Hi everybody, happy Friday, and welcome. Hope you are having a great day and are all ready for the weekend. Just want to say, welcome back. I missed the past couple of weeks. I was traveling to Kansas, where I was raised. It was my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, so went back there for a couple weeks and did not do any live streams. But I was thinking, there's 52 weeks in a year, right? And I had to miss 2 earlier this year because of illness, and these 2 right here. So if I get 48 out of 52 live streams, I'll be pretty happy. I think my 1-year anniversary is coming up in the beginning of August. But I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Just thinking out loud, I guess. So let's go ahead and jump right into to the lesson for today. Last week we had looked at using the C tone as a pivot between chords that have C in that. Both C is the root, C is the 5th, or C is the 3rd. And we were only looking at major and minor triads. That's it. So we came up with C major, came up with C minor, came up with F major, came up with F minor, came up with A flat major, and came up with A minor. And we were all kind of listening to those chord changes over the top melody note of just a static, unmoving high C. Trying to create like little ideas for chord progressions. So this week I wanted to talk about what would happen if we drop this high C down into our bass and we move our chords up an octave. So we've got this nice C that is static and not moving, and now I kind of want to examine playing those 6 triads over this C. So we're going to start with C major, and we can go to C minor, back to C major. Now let's go to F major, but keep the C in the bass. So we got C major to F major, it's a very different sound than if we were moving our bass to accompany that chord. I'll do that. So we're going to play C major with F major, and our bass is going to move. Now I'm going to leave the bass on C. It's a totally different sound, right? Now let's check it out with minor. C major to F minor with a C in the bass. Now let's move our bass to follow the chord. C major, F minor. Yes. C major, F minor. Very different than if we leave that C in the bass. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's like suspenseful. And let's go ahead and check out the other 2. We had A flat major, so we'll leave the C in the bass just to check that out. I'm going to go down the octave. And same thing again, I'm going to move my bass with the chord, so now down to A flat. Totally different sound. Move it down again. Leave it the same. Sorry, there's a very very loud bass tone. Oh, it's gone now. I don't know if you could hear that or not. I think my neighbor was maybe bassing out. Anyways, so the last one to look at is A minor. C major to A minor. C major to A minor with that C in the bass. Kind of just sounds like a more colorful C chord now. Now let's move our bass to follow the chord. Ooh, that changes a lot. Let's keep the bass on C. So I hope that kind of opens up ears and minds to the idea of leaving the bass note the same and then changing the chords on top of it. It really creates suspense because you're expecting the bass note to change and the bass note doesn't change. And you know, as you just heard, it's a totally different sound than if the bass note were to play the root note of the chord that we were going to. And this is the beginning of inversions, chord inversions. Instead of playing 1, 3, 5 like I did that entire time, maybe going when we play the F chord, when we go from a C major, which is just a 1, 3, 5. And then we play this F chord, the fifth is in the bass. So it's 5, and then 1, 3, 5. So in our right hand, it's still 1, 3, 5, but this bass note puts that fifth in the bottom. So it gives it a different sound than that. So I think I'll probably talk next week about a little bit more about inversions, but just wanted to give a quick little overview of what happens when our bass note stays the same and we move around to those other major and minor triads that still have the bass note as a chord tone. I know that's a mouthful to say, so it's probably an earful to listen to, but I hope it makes sense. As always, if you got any questions, let me know. I'm available for music lessons. Whatever you want to learn. You want to learn about composing, arranging, theory, bass guitar. I started playing bass guitar, God, I don't know, 35 years ago, 25 years ago, maybe not 35, 25 years ago. You know, whatever you're interested, let me know. And hopefully I can help you out with your music. So I will see you next Friday and at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And everybody have a great weekend and take care. And I'll see you then.